Hello, everyone, and welcome to Day 4 of the Stanley Cup Playoff Qualifier Round. Today's games, we had the Leafs Jackets in their second game, Florida New York Islanders in their second, Arizona Nashville in their second, Calgary and Winnipeg in their second. We also had New York Rangers Carolina Game 3 and Wild Canucks Game 2. Let's get going. First game we're going to talk about today is the Leafs Jackets Game 2. For this, I'm just going to go over a quick recap of the game and then just my thoughts overall on different players, etc. So, quick recap. Matthews is able to break I guess, the tie of 0-0 as he scores off a high deflection on a good zone entry followed by a pass from Hyman. This was a needed goal in this game as, just like my thoughts from the first game, it would be the first team to score would win. Even at this point when the Leafs were tripling the Blue Jackets in output, not just shots on goal, but shot attempts, it didn't really matter. To me, first goal was going to win this game. Tavares is able to make it a 2-goal game on a breakaway, which was really good. Tavares, he deserved that goal. He had an outstanding game. Korpisalo robbed him so many times. Scores on a breakaway, 5-hole to make it 2-0. And then Morgan Rielly seals the deal to make it 3-0 with an empty net goal. Leafs win 3-0. Series is tied 1-1. But now let's get into the actual thoughts of the game and what happened at the end there. So overall, my thoughts, it was a good game here. The Leafs came out strong and they didn't stop throughout the entire game. They were all over Columbus. Columbus just couldn't get anything going. The Leafs just peppered Korpisalo with shots and with high scoring, high quality chance shots as well. Korpisalo looked amazing again. Well done here. Well done for the Leafs coming out strong. John Tavares had a great game. He had lots of chances, but Corp had his number until that breakaway. When the Columbus D get caught on the attack, all 5 Jackets are below the dots, really, and Tavares has a clear-cut breakaway. He had a great game. Well-deserved goal. Matthews had a mixed game. Some shifts he looked dominant, comfortable with the puck. He had his scoring chances, and then some other shifts he was silent, and you didn't even notice he was out there. But he was present when he needed to be. He got that goal. He gave the Leafs the lead. Well done, Austin. Mitch Marner, for me, still looks hesitant out there. He looks shaky out there. But at least in Game 2, it was an improvement on Game 1. He looked a little bit more comfortable, but not the Mitch Marner that we're used to seeing. I expect more from him in Game 3. He needs to bring more because Columbus will come out stronger. They will have a better Game 3. On to Columbus. John Tortorella basically said it during the game and after the game. He thought his team played like utter crap. He thought they played like shit. You could see on the broadcast at one point he's yelling at Dubois. There's times where he's just saying, it was like, get your head out of your, you know what I mean. He wasn't impressed. So Columbus is going to come out firing in Game 3 because they had a very bad game. Frederik Andersen, he was solid even with seeing limited shots. He steered aside the shots that he needed to. He played great, deserved the shutout there. Korpisalo, again, he kept the Jackets in it. The Leafs could have taken this game 5, 6, 7-0 if it wasn't for him. He played great again. Columbus just didn't give him anything because they couldn't get anything going. And the forecheck shown in Game 1 was basically non-existent. You may be able to pick out a couple shifts where they had some puck control and zone possession, but other than that, they didn't really do anything this game. So it would have been a real letdown if they got like a squeaky goal in and the Leafs weren't able to score and they won, because they definitely wouldn't have deserved it. Penalties this game, so many penalties this game for both teams. Very undisciplined. Complete opposite of what you saw in Game 1. So we got to see lots of power plays, but again, both penalty kills looked really good. I'll say at the end of the game there, just like Jake Muzzin blocking shots and all that stuff, that's what both teams' penalty kills were doing all game. Kudos to them. Now let's get to Jake Muzzin. I really hope he is okay. That was scary and just an uncomfortable amount of time for the viewers watching that. for the viewers, the players, the staff. It was dead silent in the rink. It was like 20 to 30 minutes of just watching him lay motionless there. It was good to see him, move his hands, his fingers, like wiggle his feet, but that's just scary. So prayers with him and a speedy recovery. I think in the future, if something happens like that, the broadcast does need to address the situation, but not just have us watching what's happening. You could literally hear the EMTs talking, which I don't think you should be doing that. It was really uncomfortable. I think it'd be better if they just jump to highlights of another game and then just keep the viewers informed, but we don't need to actually see what's going on there. Scary sight, but I think Toronto PR tweeted out that he was moving all his extremities, so that's good, and we just wait and see what happens next. But overall, the Leafs do hold on. It's a sour way to end the game after a great game by Toronto. Hopefully Muzzin's okay, and he's back sooner than later. Leafs take Game 2, 3-0. Series is tied 1-1. Next up, let's do a quick recap of the Florida-New York Islanders game. So this is Game 2. First period, Hoffman gets on the board first for Florida. Just as the power play expires, he's high in the slot. Puck is shot low, goes through so many legs, 3 or 4 legs. 5-hole on Varlamov. Great goal for Florida, needed goal, 1-0. That's how the first ends. Go to the second period, and the Islanders dominating the entire period. The Panthers can't even get a shot on net. They still hadn't had a shot on net when Matt freaking Martin scores a goal after a beautiful little pass by Kuhnhackl, where he takes the puck in front of the crease, drops the pass through his legs, absolutely filthy. Martin's there to shoot it. I think he scored 5-hole. They make it 1-1. Well done to that fourth line. However, Florida answers right back just quick as Barkov scores on a power play, high blocker shot. It was honestly one of those perfect shots, and Varlamov wasn't seeing anything. Huberdeau put on a fantastic screen. Last second, just dropped his right shoulder. The puck went right where it needed to be. There we go. Goal. 6 minutes later, New York Islanders get their turn on the power play, and this time it's Pollock who scores from a one-timer from the point, and it goes straight in, 5-hole. They tie the game 2-2. And then Eberle makes it 3-2 for the New York Islanders as momentum shifts back to them, obviously. He gets the puck in front of the net after being super patient. Weaver goes down for the block. Eberle steps around him, scores, makes it 3-2 Islanders going into the third. In the third, Islanders get a power play midway through, and it's Bailey who gets the puck, makes a sleek little hash mark pass to Beauvillier. Beauvillier shoots. Eberle's in the perfect spot at the side of the net as the puck is going wide. It hits Eberle's shin pad, goes into the net. Bobrovsky doesn't know what's going on. Sucks for him. He had a good game. But he gets past Bob. It's 4-2. And that's how this game ends. New York Islanders 4, Florida 2. Series is now 2-0 New York Islanders. Next game we're going to talk about, Arizona-Nashville Game 2. This will be a quick one. First period could have been an absolutely terrible start for Nashville. Fourth period takes a tripping call 5 seconds in, but Nashville successfully kills the penalty. It could have been a disastrous start, but they're able to overcome the storm right away that they created with the penalty. Nashville does manage to get on the board first with Bonino, and that's exactly what they needed. He makes it 1-0. It was a nice curl into the dot and snipe over the glove side. Great goal, 1-0. Nashville then get their second after a terrible miscue by Kemper, which leads to Ryan Johansson shooting the puck, squeezing it by Kemper as Kemper tries to reset himself. 2-0 Nashville going into the second period. In the second period we go, and Yarncroc scores from the slot. Colton Sissons makes a nice pass from behind the net. Goes to Yarncroc. The first shot is blocked, which then gets Kemper to kind of bite. and Yarncroc then gets a second attempt. Kemper again isn't set after initially reacting to the initial first shot. That goes in. There's a goal, and we have 3-0 Nashville. Into the third period now, and it's Victor Arvidsson, and he scores an absolute beauty of a slap shot to make it 4-0. They're on an odd man rush on the power play, and it's just a great high glove hand slap shot with 6 minutes to go. He was shooting the whole way. What a great goal. That makes it 4-0 Nashville. They're bringing it now. The momentum they had from game one after that awful first period, but like midway through the second and the rest of the third, Nashville was all over Arizona, and it doesn't change here. But then there's 56 seconds left, and there's a turnover by Nashville. Clayton Keller scores, puts it 5-hole, makes it 4-1. 8 seconds later, off the draw at center ice, Lawson Krause then scores, makes it 4-2. And Arizona starts to gain some momentum. But it is too little too late. There was too much of a deficit there. And Nashville takes the W. Good way to finish the game for the Yotes, and hopefully them finding the net will help them going into Game 3, gain some momentum. But tonight is Nashville's night. Nashville 4, Arizona 2, series tied 1-1. Next up, let's do a quick little recap of Calgary-Winnipeg Game 3. First period, right away, Sam Bennett almost shocks Hellebuck early. It's a weird little shot, and Hellebuck misplays it, and the puck ends up going to Bennett again. He has a wide open net. Can't find the back of the net, though. Puck stays out. Very lucky. Ehlers then scores first for the Winnipeg Jets around the 10-minute mark. After a great breakout feed by Kulikov, Ehlers uses his speed, drives the net. Nice low shot. Great goal. 1-0 Winnipeg. Flames respond less than 20 seconds later, though, as Lindholm tips a nice pass home. 1-1. So we're 1-1 going into the second period. Second period, miscommunication between Hellebuck and Pionk, and Medgiapane picks up the puck down the net, feeds it to Backlund in just below the hash marks, wide open net. Goal 2-1 Flames. 2 minutes after that, Sean Monahan's on the power play, and he scores off a nice little feed by Johnny Hockey. Gaudreau tries to feed it through. It kind of hits off a few skates, goes right to Monahan. He scores in tight 3-1. 1 minute later, Winnipeg get their turn on the power play, and this time it's Kopp who scores. Wheeler's on the sideboards, feeds it down low to Kopp. He steps out onto the backhand shelf. 3-2 Flames. 5 minutes after that, Winnipeg loses their positioning in their own zone. Tkachuk is left all alone in front of the net. Nice little feed. He's below the hash mark, so nice little feed to him. He's not missing that. He ain't missing that at all. 4-2 Calgary. In the third period, we go. It is 4-2 Calgary. Flames are on the power play, and Winnipeg lets Milan Lucic score a goal. Flames shoot it low, so it's a nice low shot. Milan Lucic is there for the rebound. My God, Lucic scored a goal in the playoffs. This game's over. Might as well call it now. It's like an NHL 20 when one of the worst players scores against you. You go, well, that's just an automatic quit. And this is what this moment should have been. 5-2 Flames. Johnny Gaudreau then makes it 6-2 on an empty net. That's it. This game was over. This game was over going into the third period. Flames 6, Jets 2. Calgary takes a 2-1 series lead. Okay, here we go. Let's go on to the Minnesota Wild versus the Vancouver Canucks. This is game 2. Looks like the Canucks finally, became smart, put Jake Virtanen in for game 2. He scored 18 goals this year. He should have been in game 1. They obviously need goals. Glad he's in. He looked all right. First period, Vancouver starts off great. Nice early start, 24 seconds in. Pearson scores, high glove. Awesome shot, 1-0. A needed goal, a needed start for Vancouver. The Wild then score shorthanded shortly after. Suter makes a beautiful breakout pass to Parise at the Vancouver blue line. Parise to Kunin. Kunin scores low from the top of the circle, 1-1. Minnesota Wild take the opportunity as Vancouver went for a change, tied the game. Going into the second period, 3 minutes in, JT Miller with a He's on a strong side. Nice little toe drag around the defender's stick. Sniped top corner. Well done. Pettersson is driving the net. Stalock needs to be wary of him. What a shot. 2-1. 2 goals by Vancouver so far this game. Both absolute snipes. Brock Besser then gets on the scoreboard to make it 3-1. His goal was an easy one. It was just tapping into a wide open net after the point shot squeaks by Stalock, and it's just a tap in. 3-1. Into the third period. Power play. 13:38 left. Quinn Hughes. He thinks he gets his first goal of the playoffs, if this even counts as playoff goals. He takes a nice low shot, but his captain Bo Horvat with a cheeky little tip out front. Nice shot, nice tip, 4-1 Canucks. Late in the game, Minnesota pulls the goalie, and Kevin Fiala scores, top shelf to make it 4-2. And then with 7 seconds left, he scores again to make it 4-3, but there's just not enough time left. However, like Arizona, this may help going into Game 3 for Minnesota as they gain some momentum at the end of the game, even in a loss. In the end, though, Vancouver 4, Minnesota 3, series is tied 1-1. Lastly, let's get into the New York Rangers, Carolina Hurricanes, Game 3. Remember, Carolina's up 2-0. And both teams decide, let's go with different goalies. Shesterkin makes his debut for the Rangers, and Reimer makes his debut for the Hurricanes. And both goalies have a solid first period. Shesterkin stops 6 of 6. Reimer stops 14 of 14. It's 0-0 after 1. In the second period, 10 seconds in, it's Chris Kreider with a great burst of speed and puck protection. He's able to outweight Reimer, gets the goal on the Rangers' 15th shot of the game, 1-0. Canes follow this up as they get on the board not too long after some nice passing. Aho with a little stick lift in the slot, so the puck goes from behind the net and it comes out. The Rangers defender's there. Aho lifts his stick. Teravainen picks it up as he's coming into the zone. Picks it up, goes to the backhand, goes up high, makes it 1-1. Nice little play by Aho and Teravainen. Great finish. Then there's a sequence where Reimer makes a ton of point-blank saves. Even before this sequence, he makes some good saves. But there's one about around the 2-minute mark where there's probably 7 or 8 amazing chances by the Rangers. They should have scored. But holy crap, James Reimer. He makes so many saves, and Vatanen even helps out as he dives into the net when Reimer's flailing around like a fish out of water. And he makes a save there. James able to cover up. I don't know how they did it. It stays 1-1. Go into the third period, and it's Brady Shea, the former Ranger, with a lovely low point shot after a nice forecheck by the Hurricanes. Fogle then drives to the front of the net from behind the net. Nice tip. 2-1 Canes. Rangers need to score. They need to. And we're under 10 minutes to go. So the Rangers go for a change. And you go, okay, they're going to regroup. And what happens? Trouba misplays the puck, and it's Aho who steals it from him. Aho, a little toey deke, puts it through D'Angelo's stick around him as he's diving onto his knees. Backhand high, just like Teravainen. Oh my God, what a goal. 3-1. Like I said after Game 2, I love Sebastian Aho's game. The Canes have an absolute all-star. They have a stud at a discount rate. What a goal. What a big, big goal. 3-1 Carolina. And then, why not? This is how you should end. Aho ices it with under 40 seconds to go into an empty net. 4-1 Canes, and that's the series. Carolina 4, Rangers 1 in this game. Just want to do a quick note that James Reimer had one hell of a game. What a ballsy move by Brendamore to put him in there. He stops 37 of 38. He had some sequences, those scoring chances the Rangers had. This game could have went the opposite way. It could have been 4-5-1 New York. But James kept Carolina in it and gave him a chance to win. Well done, James Reimer. In the end, though, the Rangers are going home. The Hurricanes sweep the Rangers 3-0 and are the first team to qualify for the playoffs. And there you have it. That's the end of day 4. You've got some teams that have evened up the series. You've had some teams take the lead, and we saw one team go home. Can't wait for day 5. See you tomorrow. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.